What if Obi-Wan saved Anakin on Mustafar? In Revenge of the Sith, we witnessed the epic duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and how by the end, Obi-Wan sliced Anakin down, leaving him to burn. From there, Obi-Wan left the planet and brought Padme to safety. Meanwhile, Anakin was soon saved by Palpatine himself. But what if things were different? What if Obi-Wan saved Anakin there instead of leaving him behind? How different would things have been if he was the one to save him, not Palpatine? Well, in this alternate timeline, that's exactly what we'll be diving into, so let's get right into it. Our story begins just moments after Obi-Wan slashed Anakin down, as he was now laying there along the bank, screaming in agony. With both his legs and his left arm sliced down, Anakin couldn't stop screaming. Everything hurt. However, as Obi-Wan stood there looking down at his fallen apprentice, his mind raced. He was heartbroken. His chest felt tight. That was his brother, his best friend, his everything. Why did it have to come to this? He loved him.
You were the chosen one. It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness.
Anakin kept screaming in agony.
I hate you!
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
As Obi-Wan said this, Anakin's body caught aflame. Slowly but surely, every inch of his body caught on fire, and his screams only got louder and louder. Obi-Wan could barely watch. It hurt him too much to look at. What should he do, he thought to himself. Should he kill him and finish the job? Would that bring Anakin peace so that he would at least not have to continue suffering there? No, he couldn't do that. He was a Jedi. He would never kill an unarmed man. That went against everything the Jedi stood for. So, Obi-Wan kept thinking. However, as he was deep in thought, the unexpected happened. Above him was a silver flash of metal in the sky. Although he was still far away, he recognized that silver flash far too well. That was Palpatine's shuttle. So, Obi-Wan had to act quickly. It seemed as if there were only two options here. Leave Anakin there and allow the Force to decide his future, or bring him along with him and try to save him. However, as Obi-Wan was evaluating both options, something shook him to his core. Out of nowhere, he heard a voice call out to him. A voice that he hadn't heard in years.
He is the chosen one.
Qui-Gon. How? Chills went down Obi-Wan's spine. Although he had no idea how he heard Qui-Gon's voice so loud and clear, it had to mean something. Clearly, his old master was trying to tell him something. No, Obi-Wan couldn't give up on his promise to Qui-Gon. More importantly though, he couldn't give up on Anakin. He just couldn't. So, Obi-Wan began to walk back down towards the lava pit. Although he had no idea what would happen from here, he was gonna do it. He was gonna save Anakin.
Go away! I hate you!
As Anakin said this, he then fell over to the other side, almost as if he was now unconscious. This was now Obi-Wan's chance. Clearly, yelling like that took a lot of energy for Anakin to do, but at least now he would be too exhausted to try to fight back. So, using the Force, Obi-Wan extinguished the remaining flames on Anakin's body and carried him onto his back. As he did, he quickly left and headed towards the ship. Any moment now, Palpatine would arrive, so he knew that he had to get back to the ship fast. Eventually, he did just that, and as he made his way to the landing platform, C-3PO stood outside waiting for him.
Oh, Master Kenobi. We have Miss Padme on...
3PO, help me bring Anakin on board. We need to hurry.
Oh dear. Well, okay then. Anything to leave this dreadful place.
3PO then helped Obi-Wan bring Anakin aboard the ship. However, for Padme's own safety, they placed Anakin into a separate room. That way he couldn't attempt to hurt her again. Although he was basically unconscious at the moment, it wasn't worth the risk. Not after what he did earlier. So with that, Obi-Wan and 3PO took off with everyone else, and it was there where Obi-Wan contacted Yoda at once.
Master Kenobi.
Master Yoda, thank goodness you're alive. I have Padme on board. We need to get her to safety at once.
Bring her to the medical facility on Palace Massa, you must. Already here with Senator Organa, I am.
All right, we'll set our coordinates there. But, Master, there's one last thing. Anakin. I couldn't bring myself to kill him, Master. He's severely injured, but I have him with me here on board. Please, tell Bale to arrange a Bacta tank. prepped and ready for him as soon as we land.
No. Agree with you, I do not. Much precaution we must take, Obi-Wan.
Master, he can't hurt anyone. He's physically not the same anymore. Please, just trust me.
Yoda shook his head.
A grave mistake you have made by doing this, Master Obi-Wan. See you soon. I will.
In time, Obi-Wan eventually arrived on Polis Massa and quickly rushed Padme to safety right away. Just like Obi-Wan requested, a Bacta tank was ready for Anakin, where it was there he would be confined. Although it was designed to help recover his injuries, Obi-Wan nor anyone else were going to take any risks, so they confined Anakin inside the tank so he couldn't escape. However, Anakin wasn't the main priority right now. As Padme laid there inside a separate room, it was revealed that she was ready to give birth to twins. Unfortunately though, there was one problem. For reasons they couldn't explain, Padme was dying. She was losing the will to live. So as Padme laid on the medical bed, Obi-Wan stood right by her side throughout it all. As he did, Padme soon gave birth to two beautiful twins, naming them Luke and Leia. However, after both twins were born, Padme looked into Obi-Wan's eyes.
Obi-Wan, is he alive?
Yes, Padme. He is.
Save him, Obi-Wan. There's good in him. I know there's still.
With those final words, Padme passed away. As Obi-Wan stood above her holding her child, his heart began to shatter inside. All that Padme fought for, all that she's been through, just for this. For her to not even be able to see her children grow up. For her to have to see the monster that Anakin turned into. Obi-Wan was heartbroken. However, he had to protect these children with his life now. That would be his new purpose. As time passed, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Bail Organa met together to discuss the future of the children as well as Anakin Skywalker.
Far too dangerous young Skywalker is. Away from the children he must be kept.
I agree. At least for now.
For now, you say? Master Obi-Wan, too blinded you are by your attachment to Skywalker. Dangerous he is. A threat to the galaxy he has become.
Master Yoda, before Padme passed, her final words were that there was still good in him. I agree with you that we should not let him near the children, but please, allow me to speak with him. It's not over. He's my brother. I can't give up on him.
Already did that to himself, he has. Consumed by darkness he is.
From what the doctors have said, he survived thanks to the Bacta treatment. However, his injuries were too severe. I believe they're placing him into cybernetics for now, just to be able to function.
So he's not in the Bacta tank anymore? Well, is he still confined at least?
Yes, there is no chance of him escaping. Don't worry.
Okay. I will go visit him. I need to speak to him.
As you wish. However, for as long as young Skywalker lives, safe the children will never be.
Perhaps so. But I won't give up on him. Not yet.
With that, Obi-Wan entered the medical room where Anakin was, and it was there where he found him raised along the table. It seemed as if the droids gave him a cybernetic arm, legs, as well as a few other pieces just to keep him alive. However, as Obi-Wan took a closer look at him, he was horrified. His face, his burns. This wasn't the same Anakin that he knew. In a way, he felt guilty. He felt guilty for doing this to him. He never meant to—
What are you doing here?
Anakin, I'm sorry. I just want to talk.
This is all your fault. What did you do with Padme? Where is she?
That's why I want to speak with you.
Anakin went silent.
She's gone, Anakin. She passed away just mere hours ago. In the next room.
What? She was alive. I felt it.
As Anakin swelled up with rage, the nearby medical equipment began to shatter. Everything around him began to break. His anger, his hatred. He's never felt rage more than this very moment. However, before he could go any further, Obi-Wan yelled at the top of his lungs.
Anakin! Wait! There's more!
Anakin froze.
I'm not done. Before she passed, Anakin, she left you with a gift.
What gift?
Obi-Wan took a pause. He had no idea what would happen after what he was about to say, but it was worth the risk. If there was one thing that would bring Anakin back, it was his children. Although Yoda wouldn't agree, Obi-Wan had to do it. He had to tell him about them.
Before she passed away, she gave birth to twins, Anakin. 2 beautiful twins.
Anakin's heart sank. What?
Their names are Luke and Leia. You're a father, Anakin.
Anakin froze. He had no words. Twins? He's a father? No, it can't be. It can't be.
Padme died because of what you have become, Anakin. She chose death rather than to see what you became. However, you can fix this now. You can fix your mistakes and honor your wife by making things right, Anakin. I know you're under there. I know there's good in you. I know the Emperor hasn't driven it from you fully.
Anakin had no words. However, as he looked at Obi-Wan, something unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, his flaming Sith-colored eyes quickly turned back to his natural blue. As Obi-Wan stood there, he was shocked to his core. Did it work? Was Anakin really himself again?
I want to see them.
Obi-Wan nodded. From there, he had one of the medical droids bring the twins in. As he did, Obi-Wan held the 2 of them right in front of Anakin.
This is your daughter Leia, Anakin. And this is your son, Luke.
Anakin looked down at them, but as he did, he stayed silent. Obi-Wan thought to himself, what was going through his head?
Please, release me. I want to hold them.
I can't do that, Anakin. Not yet. They aren't safe around you, Anakin. Not yet, at least. I'm sorry.
As Obi-Wan said this, Anakin's blue eyes then shifted back to his blazing orange and yellow.
You will not hold me back from seeing my children.
Out of nowhere, Anakin was quickly stunned by a blaster shot. But who did that? Obi-Wan turned around. It was Yoda.
Warned you I did. Now come. Much to discuss we still have.
Later that night, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and many others left the facility with only the medical droid staying behind. Unfortunately though, this was a big mistake. As Anakin eventually woke up, he had one thing and one thing on his mind only: escaping. Luckily, the medical droids weren't present in the room right now, and it was only him all by himself. Now, although he was confined tight into this table, he wasn't going to let this hold him back. As long as he used all his focus and rage in the dark side, he'd be able to break free. He knew he could. Eventually, let's just say, he was right. Channeling all his rage, he was able to rip away from this prison. Anakin was finally free. Now it was time for his revenge. Obi-Wan would pay for what he did, and soon the children would belong to him. So Anakin got up, and as he did, he found his old Jedi robes laying on the table as well as a nearby comlink. That was all he needed.
Lord Vader.
Master.
You survived. I am most impressed, my apprentice.
Yes, my master. I am currently at the medical facility here on Polis Massa, held captive by the Jedi Kenobi and Yoda.
Kenobi and Master Yoda. Are you certain?
Yes. Kenobi was foolish enough to bring me here into this facility. I was able to escape confinement, but it will not be long before the droid station here realized that I have. They will quickly contact the Jedi, and we will lead them into a trap.
Yes, very good. Then I shall deploy our fleet at once. Very good work, Lord Vader.
Yes, my master.
You seem unsettled, Lord Vader. Perhaps there is more to you summoning me?
Padme is dead. However, the 2 children of her and Anakin Skywalker still live.
Palpatine smiled. Children? He sensed an opportunity here.
I see. Then we will need to ensure the safety of these two children. The offsprings of Anakin Skywalker could become powerful Sith one day. They would serve our empire quite well.
I agree, my master. I do not know where they are. If they were here in the facility, I would be able to sense them. But I do not. I assume they are far from here now.
Do not worry, my old friend. We will find the children. Your former Jedi Masters will stand no chance against our forces. Remain patient, Lord Vader. Our fleet will arrive there momentarily.
Yes, my master.
In time, everything had occurred exactly as Anakin said it would. As soon as the medical droids realized that Anakin had escaped, they contacted Bail Organa as well as Master Yoda and Obi-Wan right away. With that, they all quickly came up with a plan. In time, they all agreed that Obi-Wan should go confront Anakin on Polis Massa, while Yoda and Bail should bring the children to safety. By having Yoda close by to the twins, he would make sure they were safe and protected in case of any sudden attacks. In time, he and Bail would then separate the children so that way nobody would seek them out. Luke would be sent to Tatooine with the Lars family, and Leia would go with the Organas on Alderaan. By separating them, it would ensure their safety away from Anakin and the Empire. With that all happening though, Obi-Wan himself traveled to the planet of Polis Massa, ready to confront Anakin once more. Although he knew he wasn't strong enough to take down the entire fleet there himself, he knew he had to confront his old friend. He tried to fight for him, and he really wanted to believe that there was still good in him. But that was done now. Anakin was gone, and all that remained now was this Darth Vader person. So now it was time for Obi-Wan to do what he should have done on Mustafar, end him once and for all. However, as Obi-Wan arrived, many of the Empire's forces were already at the planet, with Star Destroyers completely hovering the facility. As they did, they began deploying troops down to the surface, invading the entire planet. On the surface though was Anakin, who was still inside the facility. So that's exactly where Obi-Wan went, and in time he eventually came face to face with his old apprentice one last time.
What have you done?
I warned you, Kenobi. Now hand over my children, and the Empire will show you mercy.
You'll never find them. They're far from here, kept hidden from you.
Is that so?
This isn't you, Anakin. Back inside the facility, when you looked into their eyes, when you looked into the eyes of your children, I saw the real you. The Anakin that I've known for so many years. My brother. My best friend.
Anakin Skywalker is dead. I destroyed him.
It would seem so. I suppose Padme was wrong about you. There truly is no more good left in you.
As Obi-Wan said this, he then heard footsteps. However, the footsteps only got louder and louder. Then they stopped.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. What a surprise this is.
Obi-Wan turned around. It was him. It was Darth Sidious.
I must say, I am impressed that you were able to defeat Lord Vader back on Mustafar. It seems he was too weak and pathetic to best you in a duel. However, that is why I grant him another opportunity to prove me otherwise.
Palpatine pulled out a lightsaber.
Lord Vader, this is the lightsaber of a Sith, not as insubstantial and foolish as a Jedi's weapon. I present you with one of these as a chance to prove your worth, to prove that Kenobi could not defeat you a second time. Here, use it and strike him down, Lord Vader.
Anakin went silent.
You don't have to do this, Anakin. He just wants to use you. He'll search every corner of the galaxy for the children, but not for you. Not for you to become a father. No, he'll make sure your children are slaves to the Empire, just like you are to him. You deserve better, Anakin. You've been a slave your entire life. To Watto, to the Jedi Order even. I'll admit that, enough is enough. Leave it all behind, Anakin. This isn't you.
Brave but foolish, Kenobi. You're right about one thing. Lord Vader is my slave. However, his loyalty is to the Empire, not to you.
Then I will do what I must.
Do it, Lord Vader. Strike him down.
As all this happened, many of the clone troopers then approached the three of them, surrounding the perimeter.
Troopers, stand down.
Palpatine looked at Anakin.
Now, Lord Vader, strike Kenobi down and fulfill your destiny.
No.
With one swift strike of his saber, Anakin turned on Palpatine and stabbed him right through his chest. It was done. Emperor Palpatine was dead. As Palpatine's body flopped to the ground, Obi-Wan was shocked to his core. What just happened? Did Anakin just...
Anakin.
The clones then raised their blasters once more.
Troopers, lower your blasters and allow this Jedi to leave the facility at once.
But, sir, he's a Jedi.
That was an order, Trooper. I am your Emperor now, and you will do as I say.
Yes, sir.
Anakin looked at Obi-Wan.
Leave, Obi-Wan.
Anakin, you're coming with me. I can't leave you here.
It is too late for me, Obi-Wan. Nothing can go back to how things were. My choices, my actions, they are unforgivable.
Anakin, please, just come with me.
Tell Luke and Leia I love them. And most of all, that you were right about me.
Obi-Wan's heart sank. No. Why wouldn't he just come with them? Why?
Go. Now.
As Anakin said this, he then turned back around and faced his clone troopers.
Troopers, Protocol 66 commands you to eliminate any Jedi. However, I, Anakin Skywalker, am also a Jedi. As my final act as Emperor, I order you to shoot this Jedi down. Now.
Obi-Wan looked in horror. No. No.
Sir?
Once again, that was an order, Trooper.
Sir, yes, sir.
Obi-Wan couldn't watch. He had to leave. So as the troopers raised their blasters, Obi-Wan quickly left and went right back to his ship. As he took off, he couldn't help but feel rushed with emotions. His best friend. His brother. He became so twisted by evil. He became a whole different person. However, here in the end when it mattered most, Anakin Skywalker was reborn. He chose death instead of living with guilt from all the pain and damage he caused across the galaxy. He chose to end everything instead of living the rest of his life in suffering. No matter what anybody said, Anakin Skywalker was a great Jedi, a great man, and would have been an incredible father. Obi-Wan couldn't have been more proud to know him and to call him his best friend.